Hey everybody, Paul with Speaker Real Estate here with your March 2020 Planners Row and High Tree Estates Real Estate Market Update. So for the month of March, we have a couple of things to talk about on this report that by now you should have gotten in your email or in the mail. A couple things that I want to point out. First, in the last report that we did last month, there were no active or pending properties on the market. Today, there are 3 of them, two on Planners Row and 1 on Bethany Drive. And so we've seen a fair bit of activity over the last 30 days, which is great to see. Now, the other thing that I want to point out specifically about those 3 properties and a few others on your page there is that most of these homes are selling within single-digit days, 3 days, 5 days, 6 days, 4 days, 6 days. They're selling relatively quickly. Now, we often hear in today's market that homes are selling very quickly before the sign hits the yard. They're selling in hours. And I want to just explain briefly what you're seeing here. The days on the market is from when the property hits the market to when the buyer and the seller have accepted a contract. So that's the number of days that the property is out there and available. Now, you might look at that and say 6 days, that seems like a lot based on what we're hearing about properties selling within a few hours. What we're finding is that a lot of listing agents, and we tend to do this as well, they will put a property on the market and then they will indicate that the seller is not going to respond to offers for X number of days, 3 days, 5 days, 6 days, something like that. And there's a whole number of reasons why we do this. There's some strategies behind it. There are times when it's not appropriate to do or not good or in your benefit to do. But that does explain why we're seeing 3, 4, 5, 6 days in the market and you're not seeing hours on the market or 1 day or 2 days. So the other thing that I want to point out is that the average sale price has been moving up pretty consistently. And I just want to show you this chart. The average sale price a year ago down here was $355,000. Here, the average sale price is $387,000. We're seeing that go up. In the last year, it was about 9% increase, which is a very, very healthy annual appreciation. The last thing I want to share with you is that interest rates are starting to tick up. We've seen this coming over the last couple months. The new administration has signaled that interest rates will likely start to move up a little bit. So if you're at all thinking about refinancing, or if you're at all thinking about buying that forever home and you'd love to lock in a low rate, now is the time to start thinking about that, because interest rates are expected to continue going up a little bit every month for the rest of the year, and into 2022 is a big question mark. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks, folks.